I'm glad I grew up fat. And a lot of you are gonna be like, wait, that doesn't really make sense. Because most people will tell you, oh, I was bullied growing up. Growing up fat was like the worst thing that happened to me. But I genuinely think it was the best thing to happen. I'm about to tell you guys in this video, if you grew up fat, why you have such an advantage over other people and what you have in life that a lot of people don't. There were three main things that growing up overweight or fat taught me, and I'm about to go through them all. This is honestly kind of unconventional because number one, a lot of people don't lose the weight. You gotta remember, only really 1% of people successfully lose the weight, and then even less keep it off. So if you don't know about me, I used to be 245 pounds and I'm now 170, and I've kept it off for about a year, 2 years, almost 3. And I honestly think the best thing that growing up overweight did for me is it taught me the value of being in shape, of having good health. Because again, the old saying goes, you don't know what you have until it's gone or until you didn't have it. Growing up, not being in shape, being treated differently because of the way I looked, literally just about my weight, taught me how important it is in life. And the reason I bring that up, because there's a lot of kids in high school, okay? A lot of kids who are always athletic, doing sports, and never really had to watch what they ate just because of the fact that they were so active or that they weren't that hungry. And that made them naturally skinny. No, they didn't have a faster metabolism, they weren't special, they just did more exercise and didn't eat as much food. The problem with that is, a lot of these kids get out of high school and stop doing those sports. Okay, maybe they last through college, but once they graduate high school and college, they stop doing these sports, they start eating more. And that's when they gain the weight. And the reason that's so crucial that they gain it after high school and college is because, let's all be real, high school and college, people are the most honest. People are gonna call you out and be like, you're fat, you're overweight, get in shape. They're not really gonna do that in the real world. People are gonna think it. People are gonna sit there in your office and think, oh, this guy's overweight, doesn't have discipline, doesn't have motivation. They're gonna all think it, but they're not gonna tell you. And that's the main problem, because when you gain the weight and no one tells you, and you don't get these repercussions of not having friends, not having girls come up to you, stuff like that, you don't think it matters. And you're never pushed to lose the weight. And you might be sitting there, oh, maybe it's not a bad thing. I mean, yeah, if you wanna be overweight, I don't care. Do what you want with your life. But the truth is, you're gonna be treated better. You're gonna have more success being in shape, literally just because of the way people will treat you will be better. So that's why I think me growing up overweight and learning in high school that, okay, people really do judge you hard. That's the way of the world. We can't change it. We can try. Again, it's not what I want it to be, but that's how it is. So I have to be in shape. And just because I know how different life is when you're fat versus in shape, I'll never go back. No matter what it is, maybe I'll mess up one day, mess up a week, but I know deep down I'll never go back just because of how extreme it is. That's kind of the main thing, is just growing up overweight, you learn the value of being in shape when a lot of people don't know because they've always had that standard. The second thing I learned was how to be alone and how to not need others. And no, I'm not saying, oh, Sigma male, red pill, don't talk to people. I'm just saying, like, in life, it is a one-player game. Everything you do will affect your life, and you can't expect other people to do it for you. Yes, you want to build a family. Yes, you want to find that perfect girl or the perfect guy, but you can't rely on them, because the moment you rely on them for your purpose is the moment you'll never be able to find one. So in high school, I'm not saying I didn't have friends in high school. I had my boys, but again, I really only had a few friends. I had like 5, 6, 7, maybe max 8 people I could say were my friends. Probably 2, 3 close ones. And I'm gonna be honest, no girls ever talked to me when I was growing up overweight. And I mean 0. The idea of a girl like cold approaching me or talking to me or wanting to talk to me was so foreign that I just didn't think it existed. I thought, oh, that's only in Disney movies. Girls don't come up to you. Even guys, I didn't think like, oh, athletic guys would never come up to me, stuff like that. And yes, you could take the gruesome outlook and be like, oh, I didn't have friends, bro. My upbringing was so bad. But I mean, like, I had my few friends and I was able to succeed in life. Since I wasn't wasting time on girls or parties, I locked in school. I was valedictorian of my class, ran 5, 6, 7 clubs. I did all this stuff that led to accomplishments. And I genuinely don't think I would have done all that if I didn't know how to be okay being alone and being by myself and really working on that single player game. It's gonna sound so cringe, but life is literally like just playing solos in Fortnite or playing duos. Any mode you're playing in Fortnite, it still comes down to you. Yes, you can try to blame your teammates. You can blame your duo for dying. You can blame your squad for leaving you. But the fact is, you can only control your character. And if you make your character the best you can, there's no way you're gonna fail. So in that sense, I'm glad I was overweight because it taught me how to rely on myself and how to improve just what I'm doing. And then the last thing I wanna touch on is just, it taught me the true nature of people or like the world. Again, it's gonna sound kind of cringe, but it is really what you get taught. Kind of mentioned it earlier, but the fact is, people are gonna judge you. They're gonna judge you on the way you look. They're gonna judge you on the way you act. They're gonna judge you on the way you carry yourself. So if you think about it from a logical perspective, okay, everyone wants to improve their self, improve their financial situation, improve their family. You wanna do all those things, okay? And the reality is, if you wanna get to that next level, yes, it is a single player game, but at the same time, if you are able to work with other people, get other people to boost you, that's how you're gonna get to that next level. And the truth is, the way you do that is by making the best first impression, by making the most connections you can. The reality of it is people are gonna judge you on your weight. They're gonna judge you on the way you look, especially on the way you carry yourself. And I don't know, I'm just speaking for myself. I did carry myself well when I was fat. Like, I wasn't some ashamed guy. Like, I was still pretty proud. I was valedictorian. I did all these clubs, I had a business going. I was proud of myself. But again, there's always that next level. It's like, okay, I was doing all these things, but what could I improve? I could be in shape. It's not an either or. It's not mutually exclusive where I can't be in shape. If I get in shape, I'll lose all these other accomplishments. No, it's just another one I can add on. And logically, who's gonna be more proud? The guy who has all these accomplishments and still overweight, or the guy who has all of these and is in shape? So that's what really got me thinking, like, I just kind of realized one day, like, number one, my health is really important. If I want all these accomplishments to matter in the future, I need to be there for them. And again, like, obesity, being overweight, is so bad for your health. Like, it leads to a lot of death, a lot of cancer, a lot of just heart problems, everything in general. There's a lot of health problem caused by being overweight or obese. So like, okay, if I want to be around there to number one, like, spend money on my family, spend my own money, like, make a difference in the world, do anything like that, I need to be in the best shape I can. And then on top of that, I realized, like, I'm not leveling up my character as much as I can. Like, if I really want to impress people, if I want to put my best foot forward, if I want to meet that dream girl, if I want to meet that dream business partner, who would they want to work with? And I thought to myself, okay, like, if I had to choose like a business partner, if I had to choose like a relationship partner, who would I want? Would I want someone who's disciplined in every area of their life, or someone who's disciplined in one area and then not in the other? And again, if you take the logical answer, you want the person that's in both. And we all know this deep down, but it just comes that a lot of people don't learn the lesson early on. Maybe you learn the lesson of how people judge you when you're 40, when you're 50. And then again, like, you still have time to change, but you're set back. That's why I'm glad I grew up overweight, because I learned that lesson at like 16, 17. I already knew it when I was younger, because I knew the way people were treating me wasn't the same as like my friends who were skinny. But I really solidified that lesson when I lost the weight and literally was treated like a completely different person. So I mean, like, all of these reasons are just kind of like the lessons you learn in life are so much earlier when you lose weight than if you were to just go through your life and then learn them later on. So instead of thinking you're at a disadvantage, or thinking that you wasted your childhood, or you didn't have like the best growing up because you were overweight, think of it as a blessing, because a lot of people won't learn these lessons till they're 40 or 50.